Welcome to today's discussion, where we will delve into a fascinating and often overlooked aspect of theological history. We're exploring the relationship between God and Satan prior to the rebellion, a period that provides significant insights into the nature of spiritual beings and the divine order. While this may sound surprising to some, it's important to note that before Satan was associated with evil, he was known as Lucifer, the light bearer. In fact, there was a time when Lucifer might have been considered one of God's closest allies, or at least a trusted companion in the heavenly realms. How did this transformation occur? What was their connection before everything changed? Let's examine these questions more closely. To truly grasp this relationship, we must begin at the very beginning, the creation of the heavens and the earth. In Christian belief, God created a hierarchy of spiritual beings, each with its own purpose within the divine plan. Among these beings, Lucifer stood out. His name, meaning light-bringer or morning star, symbolized his immense beauty, wisdom, and power. Lucifer was not merely any angel, but a cherub, one of the highest orders of angels. Cherubs were seen as guardians of God's throne, deeply involved in the worship that filled the heavenly realms. Lucifer, by all accounts, was a leader among these angelic beings. At this point in time, Lucifer held a role of great honor and responsibility. Imagine standing at the center of divine presence, surrounded by God's glory and leading the heavenly host in worship. Lucifer wasn't simply a participant in this celestial choir. He was the conductor. His unparalleled beauty and wisdom, combined with his ability to reflect God's glory, made him a shining example of what an angel could be. This wasn't just about outer beauty. It reflected an inner wisdom that made Lucifer an integral part of the divine order. His relationship with God was one of mutual trust and shared purpose. In a sense, Lucifer was more than a servant. He was a companion, deeply attuned to God's will in ways few others could comprehend. Lucifer's position in heaven was not merely a mark of status. It reflected his exceptional abilities and his role in preserving the harmony of the celestial realms. As the light bearer, Lucifer's task was to spread God's glory throughout the heavens. This wasn't just a physical light. It symbolized truth, wisdom, and divine love. Lucifer's proximity to God allowed him to participate in this light in a way few others could. His role was a blend of service and intimacy, making his relationship with God unique among the angels. In this sense, Lucifer was seen as God's closest ally, someone who not only served God, but shared his vision for the cosmos. Imagine Lucifer at the forefront of the heavenly choir, his voice leading the angelic praise that filled the heavens. The light of God's glory shining upon him, magnified through him. This was not just a duty. It was the joy of being in perfect harmony with the Creator. Lucifer's role in worship wasn't just an act of service. It was a profound expression of his bond with God, a relationship rooted in trust, admiration, and shared purpose. The friendship between God and Lucifer, however, wasn't a human kind of equality. It was based on closeness, shared vision, and a profound understanding of divine order. Lucifer's role was not one of competition or rivalry, but one of fulfilling a unique purpose that only he could fulfill. He embodied the highest ideals of creation, obedience, and reflecting God's glory. However, what happens when someone close to the divine begins to see themselves as more than just a reflection of it? What happens when pride and ambition cloud wisdom and obedience? In those early days, the heavens were perfectly harmonious. Every angel knew their place and their role in the grand design. Lucifer was there to enhance this harmony, leading by example and spreading God's wisdom and love throughout the cosmos. His beauty and leadership were gifts meant to inspire and glorify God, but also to inspire the other angels. Lucifer's close relationship with God was both a privilege and a responsibility. It required humility, obedience, and constant awareness that his gifts were not his own, but were given by a creator who loved him. At this point, Lucifer's relationship with God was built on profound trust and shared purpose. He was, in many ways, God's closest companion in the heavenly court. But as we know, this story takes a tragic turn. The trust and closeness that Lucifer enjoyed ultimately gave way to pride and ambition. Before the fall, however, their relationship was one of light, beauty, and harmony. It's important to remember that this connection was not one of equals. God is the creator, and Lucifer was his creation. Yet, within the divine order, Lucifer's role was unique. He was a vessel for God's light, a being whose very existence reflected divine wisdom and beauty. He was more than just an angel. He was a trusted friend who shared in the splendor of the heavenly realms and in the joy of fulfilling God's will. The fall of Lucifer is one of the most tragic stories in theological history, but before the rebellion, there was a time of incredible beauty and harmony. Lucifer's relationship with God was a shining example of what it meant to be close to the divine. He was a being of light, wisdom, and beauty, more than just a servant, but a companion who reflected God's glory. The story of Lucifer's fall teaches us lessons about pride, humility, and the consequences of straying from righteousness. It challenges us to think about our own relationship with the divine and reminds us that even the most exalted beings are susceptible to the temptations of pride. It's a cautionary tale about the importance of humility and the value of staying close to the source of all wisdom and light. Before his fall, Lucifer was a being of great beauty, wisdom, and power. He was God's closest companion, a being who reflected the Creator's light and played a key role in the harmony of the cosmos. However, as we know, Lucifer's own gifts became the very cause of his downfall. The light he once bore began to fade as he turned away from God, ultimately transforming from Lucifer, the light bearer, into Satan, the adversary. This story serves as a powerful reminder of the delicate balance between free will and divine order. Even the most trusted beings are not immune to turning away from the light. The relationship between God and Lucifer before the rebellion highlights the beauty of creation, the importance of obedience, and the dangers of pride. Thank you for joining me in exploring this profound chapter of theological history. If you gain new insights or have thoughts to share, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more discussions on the mysteries of faith. Until next time, stay humble, stay vigilant, and remember, true light is only found by staying close to its source.